everyone, welcome back to another video where today we're going to be going over the newly announced 60th anniversary story, as well as an update on the Britbox situation, which I covered yesterday. But before we get into it, if you could do me a teeny tiny little favour and click that subscribe button, it'd be very much appreciated. We are trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and if you enjoy these regular Doctor Who updates, any support would be greatly appreciated on that front. I also have a Ko-fi. If you enjoy this channel and you want to support it, feel free. It's basically just like a tip jar, which will go straight back into the channel. So if you wanted to donate £1, feel free. You can basically donate any amount of money you want, but of course, you don't have to. But with that said, let's get into the video. So this got announced yesterday. Tom Baker revisits past lives. It's the brand new 60th anniversary Big Finish Once and Future. This is the first story in the Once and Future series, which is the big series for Big Finish for the 60th anniversary with multiple doctors, multiple timelines, multiple characters. Very, very exciting stuff. Episode 1 of Past Lives by Robert Valentine kickstarts an epic 8-part audio drama from Big Finish Productions, celebrating 60 years of Doctor Who. The legendary Tom Baker stars alongside Rufus Hound as the time-meddling monk, Gemma Redgrave as Unit Chief Kate Stewart, Ingrid Oliver as scientific advisor Osgood, and Sadie Miller as Sarah Jane Smith. Settling as his fourth incarnation, the Doctor goes in search of the monk, with a vague memory that he had something to do with his degeneration. So basically it's going to be kind of similar to the 60th TV story where the Doctor is degenerating into Tom Baker, kind of similarly to how in the 60th he's degenerated into David Tennant. On Earth, the monk is meddling, bringing Sarah Jane Smith to the future of Unit HQ to steal a device for an alien race. The Doctor must help Kate Stewart and Osgood foil an alien invasion before he can confront the monk about what he knows. Producer David Richardson said, "One of the joys of this anniversary release is being able to savour things that could otherwise never happen, like the Fourth Doctor meeting Kate Stewart and Osgood, or his being reunited with Sarah Jane Smith, who is living through the day she was left behind on Earth in the Hand of Fear. It sparkles with magical moments that fit beautifully within Doctor Who's 60th year." So yeah, this sounds really good. I'm really interested to see where they go with this. Obviously, I'm not a huge Big Finish person, and normally I wouldn't cover it, but this seemed really cool. I really like the cover art. I think that new logo really pops on this release in particular. There's also a special edition cover, which also looks nice. Yeah, you can see here. Personally, I do prefer the regular edition, to be honest, but this one's still nice, a nice use of the 60th Diamond logo. I know some people have their criticisms of the new logo stuff. Personally, I still think it is really nice, but I do agree it's perhaps not as versatile as some other logos, but I think it works really, really well here. So yeah, if you're interested in that, feel free to pick it up. I think the volume 1 comes out in May. And in case you're curious, it also includes Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Christopher Eccleston, and David Tennant within the series of 8 audio dramas. So you might get to see Christopher Eccleston in a multi-Doctor story, at least hear it, which is very, very cool, as he's never done that before, which is the big draw for me, personally. Now, this is a bit of an update on the Britbox situation, which I highlighted yesterday. So for those of you who don't know, Australia is removing Doctor Who from Britbox, or it seems to be, and this is TV Zone's report when it comes to the UK. Classic Doctor Who to remain on Britbox UK. So I basically speculated yesterday that internationally, Doctor Who, Classic Doctor Who, will probably leave Britbox in favour of Disney+, and perhaps eventually it will leave Britbox in the UK in favour of BBC iPlayer. I still have some idea that that will probably happen eventually. However, according to TV Zone's reporting, that's not happening just yet. It follows speculation about the future of Doctor Who and its associated titles on the platform after Britbox Australia announced the show was to leave its platform this month. A Britbox spokesperson told TV Zone, "There are no plans for Doctor Who content to leave Britbox UK. The platform's offering includes 600 pieces of content, as well as documentaries and spin-offs. All will remain for the foreseeable future." Now, someone did say in my comment section last time, I don't know how legitimate this is, that the contract for Britbox lasts at least another year. So if that's the case, then I guess that's why they're not saying, oh, yeah, we don't have any immediate plan. As well as being available on Britbox UK, the episodes are now available via ITVX when you purchase a premium subscription to ITV's streaming platform. It was announced last year that ITV had bought out the BBC share in Britbox to allow them to better integrate their plans for ITVX. So yeah, it looks like Doctor Who is staying on Britbox in the UK for the time being. However, I still wouldn't be surprised if it comes to iPlayer as soon as either that contract's up, or even if they could strike a deal where it remains on both. However, I feel like they would lose their luster on Britbox if they were on iPlayer already. So maybe it'll just be a case of waiting for that contract to run out and then it'll go to iPlayer, because I know Russell has said that is his current ambition, is to have classic Doctor Who on BBC iPlayer, have the whole library available on iPlayer in the UK and then Disney Plus internationally. There was also this. Myles responded to the idea of a Torchwood comeback. Now, I am particularly invested in this because I've just been catching up on Torchwood. I just finished Children of Earth. What a series, by the way. I'm planning on doing a whole video just on Torchwood, but anyway, I digress. Myles responded to a fan asking about a return. After much talk of a Torchwood reboot recently, series star Myles has responded to fans' calls for the Doctor Who spin-off to return under the second helm of Russell T Davies. A fan account on Twitter posted the question, what would your reaction be if RTD brought back Myles as Gwen Cooper in the next series of Doctor Who? And in response, Myles tweeted, get me a lifetime supply of glucosamine alongside the running woman emoji. The witty response garnered heartwarming reactions, with users stating, we love you, Eve, and I say, bring it on. So yeah, personally, I'd love to see Myles return to Doctor Who in some form. Personally, I do think that's somewhat likely. I'm not going to say that I think a Torchwood return is super likely at this stage. However, I could see her factoring into the new era at some point. I feel like they've still got a good working relationship. She even got referenced in Revolution of the Daleks way back when. Yeah, I feel like it could happen. Maybe not a full Torchwood revival, but, you know, a Gwen cameo I'd be all up for. It'd be very fun. On the topic of spin-off that Chris Chibnall just so happened to have a heavy hand in, Chris Chibnall wanted to bring back Doctor Who spin-offs. The former Doctor Who showrunner has revealed he wanted to expand the Who universe during his time with the BBC hit. Doctor Who showrunner Chris Chibnall has revealed that he wanted to introduce spin-offs to the Who universe during his time as showrunner, but he couldn't due to budgetary reasons. Speaking to Radio Free Skaro about the upcoming season, Chris Chibnall, who served as Doctor Who showrunner from 2018 until last year, said that Disney's involvement will allow for expanse in its titles. That's the thing, in terms of keeping up with modern television, a thing, how does the show keep evolving and keep continuing it, he said. That's a really interesting discussion, and it will, because now the Disney thing is the perfect solution, opening up the space, opening up budgets, opening up being able to have places for spin-offs, which, you know, we wanted to do, but there wasn't space or budgets for. So yeah, it's really interesting in an alternate timeline that Chris Chibnall wanted to do spin-offs, but apparently budgetary restrictions hindered that somewhat. He has also gone on to say that he wanted K9 to feature in his era, but there's rights complications with the people who own K9. That's why there's been like a Timequake K9 film in production for years that's never happened and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really interesting to imagine Chris Chibnall-based spin-offs. No idea what they would be. I would assume maybe things like Ryan and Graham, because that sort of seemed like a weird setup for a spin-off. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just mad to think that in an alternate timeline, Chris Chibnall could have been the one to reignite spin-offs, I guess. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on anything we discussed today. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like, comment down below your thoughts, subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you later.